Hey there guys, so I decided to start off this channel with a bunch of courses, and this is the first one we're going to be covering. Funnily enough, it's about Java. But I thought before I start going into the really technical details, you can obviously skip this if you've already decided on the language, I should probably explain why you want to learn Java, and why it's so extraordinarily useful. Because it's probably amongst the most useful languages available to program in on any computer in existence. Not merely just the internet, but on everything. And I thought I'd explain a few reasons why. Now, first of all, it's really good because you can do pretty much anything you could possibly want with it. Suppose you want to write a application which takes stock prices from the S&P 500 index and then translates them into something usable for your portfolio. You can do that with Java. You want to make a video game? Do it with Java. There's so many libraries out there. You want something that translates New Testament Greek to English? There's probably libraries in Java for that, and if there aren't, then you can write them. Because you are able to write libraries that work within Java in Java. That's the first reason. Second of all, it teaches a lot of computer science concepts very nicely in a way that other languages like C and C++ don't. It's a lot easier to do that with Java, while also still having a level of speed that you can use it for professional application development. In fact, Java is the prime language used in corporations today in order to make programs, and pretty much everywhere else as well. If there is a desktop application that needs writing, most of the time it will be written in Java, although that is ever so slowly changing as Python moves in. And finally, why you want to be learning Java. It can run on pretty much every system you throw it at. If it's relevant, it probably has a Java port. Windows, Linux, Mac, phones, I believe even some of the old BlackBerries had Java libraries on them. You can write Java on almost everything, although some certain tasks like, say, writing system drivers you won't be doing in Java. That's where there are certain limitations. But for what 99.9% of you want to do, Java is a fantastic language. Now, on top of what I've just talked about, I think it's important to give a clear idea of how I am with the language. I've been writing Java since I was about 15, so 5 years. And I have done at least 5 courses on it, now I think about it. Not directly necessarily in Java, but using Java as the primary language, from not only school, but also at university. I've also wrote a bunch of rather large projects in it, including a project which translates integrations and differentiations into code and computes them, polynomial ones. But I've also got a bunch of other projects. I'm sure it's easy enough to find my GitHub, although I won't link it in the description. So it's fair to say that I have a pretty good idea of Java also. I should probably mention that in all those courses I've done pretty damn well. So if you're not convinced by Java at this point, then I don't blame you, but at the same time, it's probably one of the most useful languages that you can learn. And if you don't want to learn Java, then what are you doing learning programming? If you want to learn programming, Java is one of the best, if not the best, starts. But less about that. Let's talk about how the course is going to go. Now, a tutorial for Java will be released every single day until the course is ended. And by my estimation, there will probably be around about 30 or so videos on Java. These will be released concurrently with other languages as I move forward, and other topics in fact. I have 3 others planned out, as well as Java, those being C, Erlang, and Personal Finance. And these will come along as obviously time permits, and will be released concurrently with Java. So I'm sure you've heard enough of me rambling. So if you want, go on the Java tutorial, Java for Trads playlist, and you can obviously watch the entire thing. it won't necessarily be the greatest idea to be monitoring the uploads because I'll be releasing a lot of other content at the same time, and it may be a little bit irritating to weed through it all. So anyway, on to the next tutorial, where we will be installing Java and an integrated development environment, which I'll explain as we get into it. Please share this so more people can learn, and also if you need a private tutor or a developer, please comment.